Welcome back to my class. Today I am going to teach you about organic chemistry. So what is organic chemistry? It is a branch of chemistry which deals with organic compound. So we need to understand what is organic compound. A very simple definition of organic compound is a carbon containing compound. So what is organic compound? Organic compounds are compounds containing carbon containing compounds. Okay, carbon containing compounds. It is one of the simplest definition of organic compound. So what does it mean? All the compounds which have carbon in it, that is organic compound? Yes, but there are few exceptional except carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbonates and bicarbonates. So these compounds has carbon in it, but they are not organic compound. Other than these, all the compounds which have carbon in it, that are organic compound. Okay. Now, so we need to understand, after this definition of organic compound, we need to understand a very important term in organic chemistry, that is hydrocarbon. Now, from here we can see the name itself, hydrocarbon, is suggesting that it is a compound made up of carbon and hydrogen. So we can say compounds made up of carbon and hydrogen only. Okay, so here the word only is very important. We can say that hydrocarbon is made up of only two things. One is carbon and other is hydrogen. That's all. No other element is present in hydrocarbon. The next thing we need to understand is types of hydrocarbon. Okay, so here in types of hydrocarbon, broadly we will classify hydrocarbon into two categories. What are they? Saturated hydrocarbon and another is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Types of hydrocarbon. So there are two types of hydrocarbon, saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, so saturated hydrocarbon are the hydrocarbon in which carbon single bond is present. Okay, which is represented like this, carbon single bond. Whereas unsaturated hydrocarbon is further classified into two categories. One is where carbon double bond is present, and other is carbon carbon triple bond is present. Triple bond is present. Okay. Now, carbon-carbon double bond is represented like this, whereas carbon-carbon triple bond is represented like this. So, in our class, we will not deal with triple bond. We will just deal with carbon-carbon double bond in unsaturated hydrocarbon category. Okay. Now, the hydrocarbon which is saturated are called alkanes. Okay, whereas unsaturated hydrocarbon, where carbon-carbon double bond is present, they are called alkenes. Okay, now we should know about a little bit more about saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, they are generally unreactive. Means they are not very reactive. Okay, they don't want to react very frequently, so they are generally unreactive. Whereas double bond alkene, they are very reactive. Okay. Now, up there are these saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. We need to know more about them. Okay, there are many saturated hydrocarbon and many unsaturated hydrocarbon like alkenes. So how we will identify them? So we will identify them with the help of general formula. Okay, so the general formula for saturated hydrocarbon, or we can say for alkanes, for general formula for alkanes is, general formula is CnH2n plus 2. Okay, now here I will just, I'm telling you about the general formula. Detail of general formula we will do in our next board work. Okay, so what is the general formula? General formula for alkene is CnH2n. Okay, so we will do this about the general formula. What I told you, the general formula help us to identify the individual alkane and individual alkene. Okay, so as I said in my previous board work, a general formula will help us to identify individual saturated compound, that is alkane or alkene. Okay, so here in this board work we will understand what is general formula and how it is helping us to identify the alkane or alkene. Okay, so general formula of alkane is what? It is CnH2n plus 2. Okay, now what is N? N here is number of carbon. Okay, so as I told you, alkane hydrocarbon is made up of only hydrogen and carbon. So N will tell us about what? How many carbon is present in that particular alkane. Now how we will calculate number of hydrogen? So in alkane, number of hydrogen is always double plus 2 number of carbon. Okay, so in alkane number of hydrogen is always double plus 2 number of carbon. Double plus 2 number of carbon means what? If number of carbon is 2, number of hydrogen will be double of 2 plus 2. So for example, if n is equal to 2, n is equal to 2, what is the molecular formula? What is the molecular formula? What is the molecular formula of alkane? Okay, so this is the question. Okay, suppose the number of, if n is 2, if n is equal to 2, what is the molecular formula of alkane? Now you see this, okay, carbon is 2, hydrogen is 2 into 2 plus 2, okay, so it will be carbon 2, hydrogen 6. So always the number of hydrogen is double plus 2 of the carbon. One more example, n is equal to 3. So carbon is 3, hydrogen is 3 into 2 plus 2. So that is equal to C3H8. Okay, so now what I said is how general formula is helping us to identify the alkane, because general formula is giving us the molecular formula. So every individual alkane is having its own molecular formula. Individual alkane, all alkane, individual specific alkane has its own formula, that is called molecular formula. So this is molecular formula. So from general formula we derive molecular formula of individual alkane. So in this way I conclude, and I just want to prove that general formula is helping us to identify the individual alkane, because it is giving us the molecular formula. And what is molecular formula? It is the actual number of carbon or hydrogen and hydrogen present in an alkane.